it all behind you. I said, take down everything that stands in your way. Don't stop believing it'll work out again, my friend. Stand out and be a part of everything good. Wake up, you're gonna be all that you should. Try out all the things you always wanted to be. You'll see, 'cause I know what I know, that you've got it in you, and I see that you are a winner.
You know, I wasn't planning to do a video. I just sat down and put Facebook up, and I'm looking at Facebook, and the very first thing that pops up is something under HuffPost Religion, which you might as well call it HuffPost Islam, for all the pro-Islam stuff they put up, which I'm pretty sure the guy who puts out HuffPost Religion must be a Muslim. But anyway, today the article that's pops up when I go to Facebook says, cancel your plans because the world is ending today. Christian group claims it'll be gone forever, annihilated. Religion News Service / USA Today Network posted 10/7/2015 at 10:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I guess that's, at the time this was put up, the earth had not yet been obliterated. That's why I'm able to sit here and read it, because where I'm sitting right now, the planet is still here. Yeah, the house is here, and the rat is still here. Everything is still here. You know, I'm just, in fact, I should talk really fast, because, you know, if I don't talk really fast and get this video put up right away, it could go away before I can even get this video put up. The earth could just be annihilated. So I better hurry. I better hurry up with this. Okay. The article features a gorgeous picture of the super lunar eclipse. Yes. And so what does the article say? Let's scrolling down. Okay. Have any plans for Wednesday, October 7th? Question mark. You better cancel them. That's because the E-Bible Fellowship website, based in Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania, is predicting the world will be annihilated on Wednesday. That's today. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh no. Okay. Deep breaths. Okay. I gotta compose myself here. He's not worried. This rat here is not worried. He's totally okay with this. Okay. According to what the Bible is presenting, it does appear that 7 October will be the day that God has spoken of, in which the world will pass away. Church founder Chris McCann told The Guardian, "It will be gone forever." Annihilated, he said. Damn it. I hate it when that happens. McCann claims to have studied the Bible and extrapolated from a previous claim that the world was ending on May 21st, 2011, that the correct date is actually October 7th. I'm sorry. I don't think Ricky is taking this seriously at all. It's partly based on the blood moon. Ooh, Christianity, and yet they pay attention to things like what the stars and the moons are doing. Yeah, there's a sign. It's a sign! Gosh, it's like primitive humans rise again. Oh my gosh, there was a sign. A lunar eclipse combined with a supermoon. Wow, which occurred on September 27th. Yes, everybody knows that when there's a supermoon combined with a lunar eclipse, the planet's going to end. It's just, it's common knowledge. Did you know that? It's true. 30 years ago when this happened, because it did happen 30 years ago, and I was alive, and probably I didn't get to see it 30 years ago because I live in Washington State. And 30 years ago, the climate hadn't changed yet, and there was lots of clouds and stuff. There's always clouds whenever there's some kind of celestial event. So 30 years ago, I didn't see it. But interestingly enough, 30 years ago, the planet didn't end. So I don't know. What? Maybe it didn't read the memo. Okay. So, okay, it's based partly on the blood moon, combined with the lunar eclipse, which occurred on September 27th. That makes so much sense. God destroyed the first earth with water by a flood. He destroyed, wait a minute. God destroyed the first earth by water, with water by a flood in the days of Noah. Interesting. This is new. I had no idea the flood destroyed the earth. I thought the flood just flooded the earth, not destroyed it. I'm pretty sure the planet continued to stay in its place in the solar system with the moon doing its thing. Pretty sure. But no, according to this, God actually destroyed the earth. And we live on the second earth now. Because it says, God destroyed the first earth with water, so we must live on the second earth. Didn't know that. By a flood in the days of Noah. I'm sorry, fictional stuff, and it's actually in an article in a newspaper. And he says he'll not do that again, not by water. But he does say in 2 Peter 3 that he'll destroy it by fire, McCann said. Oh, yeah. So the Bible fiction says this. Sorry, fiction book. Fiction. Bible fiction book. It's a fiction book. But because it says this, it must be true because it says this. Yep. How do you know? Well, because the book says so. So it must be true. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm having so much fun mocking this article. I know I completely digressed all over the place. You don't even know what part of this is me talking and what part of this is the actual article. The article is actually this short because it's really hard to get a lot of stupid to expand on something this stupid. So the article is really short. If I just read the article without putting all this stuff into it, the video would have been over after about 30 seconds. That's how short this article is. Okay. Okay, so 2 Peter 3, which is a sentence in a fiction book, says he'll destroy it by fire. This is the God that there's absolutely zero evidence to show God's exist at all, but we're just going to live our whole lives based on this assumption, based on what a fiction book says. McCann said, don't worry, this is the article again, don't worry, there's still some wiggle room for redemption. Or a day after tomorrow. Okay, so it's going to be destroyed today or the day after tomorrow. Okay, so we don't really know for sure, do we? We think it's today, October 7th, but it could be the day after tomorrow. And the article concludes with this convincing sentence. There's a strong likelihood that this will happen, McCann said, which means there's an unlikely possibility that it will not. I'm serious. This is how the article ends. This is like, I have to read it again. Maybe if I read it again, this sentence will make more sense to me. There's a strong likelihood that this will happen, McCain said, which means there's an unlikely possibility that it will not. Duh. Okay, so that's the end of the article. That's honestly it. That's as far as it goes. Oh, wait, but there's a video. Let me play the video.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Or at least as far as an internet-based Christian group knows. Chris McCann, head of the E-Bible Fellowship, says his holy calculations make it certain that Wednesday is doomsday. He told The Guardian he based his prediction on a previous claim that the world would end on May 21st in 2011. He said, according to what the Bible is presenting, it does appear that 7 October will be the day that God has spoken of, in which the world will pass away. It'll be gone forever, annihilated. And we will be wiped out by fire, which is entirely possible in about 7.6 billion years when the sun gets so big that it swallows us in a fiery hot mess. But just in case it comes a little sooner, like, I don't know, today, do something that counts. There's literally no better day to start drinking wine before noon. Or maybe figure out where Zane went? How about you live tweet the end of the world? Or just straight Netflix and chill.
I couldn't just end it with that. There had to be more meat on the bones of this video. What is it about Christians and their obsession about the end of the world? It's like, at least twice a year, sometimes more than twice a year, we have our predictions. Oh, ha, ha, ha. The world's going to end on such and such day. I mean, it's like constantly, at least twice a year, we have this. What the hell is the problem with Christians? It's like they look forward to the planet ending. They look forward to this. Oh, the Lord is going to come back and he's going to take us all into the sky with him. We're going to be raptured into the sky. We're going to all meet him together up in the sky. Yeah. In a way, it's sad because people are looking forward to the end times, or looking forward to the destruction of the planet. And I really think that this lens or adds to the problem of the mentality that the planet doesn't matter. Who cares how we treat the planet? We're all going to be caught up with Jesus. Yeah, we're going to be caught up into the sky. Leave it all behind. And God's going to take the earth and he's going to destroy it. And then he's going to make another earth. So that'll be the third earth, apparently. And we're going to live on this new earth. And that's for 1,000 years. And then that's when, after that's over, that's when God puts Satan's going to throw Satan in the lake of fire. And all you atheists, all you evil atheists will go in the lake of fire. And they're just like this, you know, they're looking forward to it. They're just, and meanwhile, if you look in the Bible, Jesus predicted that he would come back the second time while his disciples were still alive. The Son of God, okay, supposedly. We're supposed to pretend that gods exist, and we're supposed to pretend that this Son of God is the real Son of God, not all the other sons of gods, other gods that came before this. Okay, so he is the real one, and damn it, he says, you would think that, you know, Jesus, who supposedly is God in the flesh, would know. Don't you think he would know? And yet, he completely fucked it up. I'm sorry. He did not come back. His disciples, who actually, I don't think they actually existed, because the Gospels are fiction, and I'm pretty sure that except for maybe the Romans, every character in the Gospels are fiction too. But let's just pretend for a minute that the disciples lived. They have died. They definitely have died. Even even if one of them was Methuselah, he's dead too. The oldest living disciple, the one who lived the longest of all of them, is dead. Pretending they existed. He's dead. Okay? Jesus said he would come back in their lifetime and that they would not actually die because he would come back in their lifetime. Jesus said this to his pretended disciples. Actually, the pretend fictional Jesus said this to his pretend fictional disciples in the fiction book. And he was wrong. He didn't come back in their lifetime. If they in fact actually had a lifetime, they have now had it end. They're done. They're dead, pretending they lived. So, Jesus was wrong. The Son of God, pretending for a minute this was the gods exist, and this was the real God, and this was the real Son of God. The Son of God, who said this, who's supposed to know everything, was wrong. How come Christians ignore these little things? How come they ignore something like that? The Son of God was wrong about something? Really? And you still think he's God? Why? Anyway, I just think it's sad. I think the planet would be better off if humans stopped looking forward to the end times or looking forward to today when the planet is going to end. And I mean, they probably just, oh, they're just foaming at the mouth, this little group of idiots that think this is going to really happen. They're probably excited. Oh, we'll see the Lord today. If, in fact, the planet, for some reason, ended today, it would be very sad. There's a lot of beautiful things on the planet, a lot of wonderful life on this planet still, despite humans, that I cherish. It would mean no more Siberian tigers or rainforest or humpback whales or I'm trying to think of other things that really moved me. A glacial lake. I don't know if that's... I can't think of the name of the lake, but I visited a lake that was just absolutely gorgeous, and it was fed by glaciers, and it was just, you could see all the way to the bottom, and it was, you could see the sky reflecting off the water. It was just gorgeous. There's so much beauty in the world still. It's a beautiful world, and I'd like to see that humans actually started caring a little more about keeping it that way. And maybe if we didn't have this mentality, oh, the world's going to end today, yeah, Jesus is going to come, and we're going to go up the sky and meet him, and da-da-da-da-da, the planet would have more hope for a future of continuing to be beautiful. You know? And if you don't care about for the sake of other life, so that other life can continue to live on the planet, if it has to be for selfish reasons, well, wouldn't you want the world to still be beautiful for your children to enjoy or your grandchildren to enjoy? There's a selfish human reason why we should care about keeping the planet healthy. But no, we're too busy thinking about the end of the world. And Jesus, who was fucking wrong when he said it's gonna happen before you guys die. You guys are never gonna die. I'll be back before you. Bullshit. He was full of shit. He was wrong. He made a mistake. And I'm sorry. Pretending that this fictional character actually lived. The Son of God would not make a mistake. Sorry. But thanks for playing. Okay. You know, Ricky's very, hi. Oh, yeah, he's a good boy. Anyway, yeah. So, but he doesn't want to, sorry, it's very distracting. Just note to self, if I don't want to be distracted making a video, don't have the red on my shoulder. Okay, now that we've done that. That's all I wanted to say. I think this is stupid. I think Christians are stupid. Sometimes, oftentimes, most of the time. Why? I think this is embarrassing. I think Americans are so dumbed down by this cult. It's scary that adult humans are walking around with this mentality and actually thinking this bullshit is, it's just embarrassing sometimes to be an American. Okay, that's it. If you've been watching, thanks. Bye!